Okay. You are able to see the record symbol, right, on screen?
Yes, Sasi. Now recording. Yeah.
Okay. If whenever I'm taking a class, if you are not able to see that record symbol, that means I haven't started the recording. Just make it remember me if you haven't seen that. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Let me start from first. Okay. First, I am checking whether file is exist or not. The reason is, for suppose you want to log some data into file. So if you want to log any data in the file, first you have to check whether that file is there or not. The file is there, you will log the data. If file is not there, first of all you will create the file, then you will log the data. So for that, here I am saying if file exists or not. So I am going here and I am checking this file. Okay. So I am waiting for some 5 seconds. Okay. So it will wait for 5 seconds to exist that file. For suppose it went to the control in the given path. If file is not there, it will wait for 5 seconds and it will check whether it will wait for that 5 seconds to create that file. For suppose that file is going to create some other external scripts. At that time, it will take some time. So to handle those kind of delays, we will use this waiting period. Okay, I'm saving that. Save. So, and I am going to take the else block as well. So here I'll say file is already there. Please continue your actions. So if the file is not there, file is not there, please create the file first. These are the two statements. So say, let me run this from see, file ready already there. Please continue your actions. But this time, see, I'll put a condition like this. Files, delete files, and I'll select that particular file. So this time it's going to delete it. Run from this step. So file is there, so it's went into the if block and it will delete that particular file. Okay, it's deleted, well and good. And next time I'm running again. This time it will went into the else block because the file has been deleted, right? See, it is waiting for 5 seconds. See, after 5 seconds, it's went to the else block. Like this, file exist will work the same way. So here, what we are doing first here, file is there or not checking. If not there in the else block, we are saying file is not there, clear the file is first. So here we are using the two blocks, if block and else block. Instead of that, I can do one thing. In the same way, directly I can use file does not exist directly. Okay. So here I'll check this time with the this file, save. So these things you have to use depends on your requirement based on So this decision should be taken with your human intelligence. So by whenever you see the problem statements, you have to find the correct option, which is the better option for you, whether file is existed one or file does not existed one. So our human intelligence should take the decision. So I'm running this run from. What happened? Okay, run from this step. See, okay, the file is already there. That's the reason it is not printing this one, because what I'm saying, whenever file does not exist, then only go into this block. So let me go on delete that particular file here. This is the file, right? I'm deleting this. This time I'm going and running this statement. Run from this step. See, file is not there. Please create the file first. So like this, file exists and file does not exist will work. In the same way, these things will be work for the folders. So folder exists and folder does not exist. This thing is the homework for you. Just practice from your end and let me know if you get any confusion. Okay. Then I'm moving with the window exist. Okay. And window does not exist. These are also same like this. One is true condition, another one is false condition. We have to take the decisions based on our requirement. So I'll go with the window exist. So okay, I'll check zoom window. So if window exists, okay, here if you drop down, it will show you all the windows. So here I'll select the zoom free account, save. Let me take the else block as well. For this, Control C copy. Window existed. Window does not existed. So this is the two things done from this step. Yes. See, window existed because if you see the zoom window is already in open state. So that means window existed. So that's the reason it is not going with the else block. So this time let me change the window. So this time I'm going to check with the Microsoft Edge. Okay. Save. Run from this step. The window existed. Where it is? It will become. Okay, maybe in backend processes may be running. Let me check. Here. This is the reason. And I think now there is no that window. Let me check this time. Run from this step. Window does not exist. See? So like this, it will work. Because now there is no open window with the title of Microsoft Edge. Earlier also there is no open window with the Microsoft Edge, but Earlier, it's printed the window existed. The reason is that Microsoft window processes are running in the back end. That's the reason it's behaved like that. Okay, because the bot will take the decisions based on the properties. It won't take the decision based on the visualization, right? Just like humans. That's the reason that was happened. Okay, just window does not exist is the reverse for this one. You can try in your home for the homework. If you are not able to understood, just let me know. We'll discuss about that later. Okay. Next one is application is running or not. Okay, some applications will be there. So what will be happen? Those will run in a backend, just like our Microsoft Edge. But on front side, we are not able to see whether that application is running or not. So to verify such kind of applications, we will use this application is running or not. For suppose, let me see any Chrome features are there here. This is Window Explorer. Okay, Window Explorer is in open mode. I am checking for any application is there or not, such kind of thing. Chrome should be there. Microsoft Skype. Calculator. We'll check with this calculator. I think in backend this application is running, looks like application is running or not. Okay. Browse. Okay, we have to go to that installation folder, right? I don't know where calculator will be installed. Program files. No, it's not here. Internet Explorer. See, this is the application iExplorer. I want to check this one. Save. If the application is running, you need not to do anything. In the else block, say I'll show you here the real example. In the else block, I will start the application. So how I can start that means open program or file. So here I'll give the application name i.exe. Save. In the message box, Control V. Application is running. Okay, copy the else block. Application is not running. Run from this step. Yes. See, application is not running, so that's the reason it's going to open that particular application. See, Internet Window Explorer has been opened. Okay. Now I am going to run one more time. Run from this step. See, now it is showing the application is in running status. Let me close this one. So now I terminated that program. Run from this step. Application is running, it is showing, because if you see all these are running in the back end. Maybe it will be somewhere here only. So it will be just like this edge what happened earlier. Run from this step. See, application is not running because the session has been closed and it's open the session again. So like this application things will work. If else, so application is not running. So this is the reverse to this application running status. Script status successful or not. So we will run some external scripts, but we don't know whether script status executed successfully or not. To verify that one, we will use this one. I'll show you that. So here I'm taking script successful. Okay, first I have to select the script. So which script I am going to check? Automation anywhere files, automation anywhere, my scripts, and the sample scripts. I have some scripts. So I'm saving this. So I'm running from this step. Okay, first of all, let me control V. Script has been executed successfully. Run from this step. Yes. See, it is asking a path of the file. So let me give you a file to this one. I don't. I think. Okay. Let me go. I'll give this file path. No. I'll give this file path. Properties. Copy. Paste. Slash. Array.txt. So I said okay. It's txt. Okay. See, script has been executed successfully. Like this, we will come to know whether given script executed successfully or not. Okay, this is about scripts. Just again, we will have one more reverse condition. Script unsuccessful. Next, task. Task means from one ATMX task to we can call another ATMX task. That means one bot to another bot. So if we go, I am taking task successful or not. So here I am browsing, then directly it will goes to here. Let me go to the sample task. I'll go with loop sample task. Save. Control C copy. Control V paste. So here I'll say task has been executed successfully. So like with the help of this if condition, we'll come to know whether the subtask has been executed successfully or not. So state the something. It is executing the subtask. See, task has been executed successfully. So like this, you can verify the subtask status. Don't save. I don't want this one. Ping. Ping. This one we are not able to see the live example here, but I'll explain what is this here. So ping nothing but sending the request to another machine. For suppose in your organization, one server is there. That server should be up and run for 24 hours, 365 days. But due to high volume of data, that means that server is processing high volume of data every time. So that's the reason you should monitor that one, keep on. Okay. So your manager said to you, okay, dear Rajesh, check this particular server for every 15 minutes. So for 24 hours bar and throughout a year. So how you can check means whether it is a server, so you don't have the credentials that one. So in general, how we can do that means, so if we go to the command prompt here, we can do this ping, and here we can give some IP, whatever it may be, some IP. Let me see. I will check with my IP only. IP, IP, okay. IP, IP config. Okay. So where is my IP? Yeah, this is my. So let me taking this, copying that. Now I'll say ping and doing this one. See, we are getting the replace. See, zero loss. Okay, that means ping has been successful. Okay, let me do with this one only. This time I want to check whether my machine is working or not. So I'm saying this save message box, control V. Machine is up and running. So whenever we are in the organization, so we will get different IPs of different machines. So if you want to check whether other machine is up and running or not, with the help of robot, you can use this ping successful command. I am running this. So if the ping successful, it should give me this message box. Machine is up and running because the ping is successful. See, if this is the case, I'll just say 4, and I'll put a else block. Else, so this is the time that 4 is not in my network. Running, save, run from this step. See, machine is not running. Like this, you can verify the status of other machines by using this ping successful or not. And again, variable already we discussed. Next, file size. Let me go with the file size. I'm taking the file size here. So let me go on. First, I have to select the file. So this is 800 MB, right? 871 KB. Okay. So now the fixed and variable. So this is same like the variables in we discussed in the variables class, right? How fix will work and how variable will work. So I'm going with the fix. If my file size is less than or equals to 1000 KB. So here default value is the KB only. Even though it is the GBs file, you have to convert that into the KBs and you need to write the logic. There is no other option to compare with respect to GBs and MBs and TBs kind of thing. Okay, that's about that one. File size in the given range. File size is in given range. Like this, you can do. Run from this step. See, file size in given range. So like this file size will work. Next, file date. Let's go and check what is this file date. file date. So here you can select the file. Okay, let me select this file. This has created second month, 27th day 2019. Okay, so in last, I'll say 350 days, 365 days. So if this file has been created in last 365 days, that means in last 1 year this should execute. So these are the different conditions to you for the homework. Check on your own and try to understand. If you get any confusion, just get back to me. Created date or modified date. I am going with the created date. Okay, if this file has been created in last 365 days, my if condition will be true. Or else modified date, if this file has been modified in last 365 days, my condition will become true. So I am going with the created date only. Saving. I'll say this is the latest file. Save. Run from this step. Yes. See, this is the latest file because that has been created in last 365 days only. So like this, file date will work. This is about different conditions. So next we are need to discuss about web controls, image recognition, services, and remaining things we'll discuss. Okay.